That should be good enough. I wish there was a way I could like full screen this on my iPad. So I could have like the chat like kind of similar to Twitch. Make my life a lot easier. I guess I farm for Himiko for pure fiction. So I farm Ash Blazing. Okay. Hello? Hello, Vix. I'm gonna farm for my Himiko, I believe. As well as Traces, to be honest. I should probably farm for this first. Traces come first. Oh, whoops. There's that Topaz, and there we go. Just farming some Traces for my Himiko to make pure fiction easier for me. Why are you gonna install it, Abby? Are you just tired of like pulling for meta? It's understandable. I'll probably keep playing the game just cause like even with how annoying the power creep is, it's still fun and I like the characters, but it's for sure like an issue. Like I think something a lot of people don't take into mind with stuff like this, right? They're like, oh, if you play like every single day, every single month, you'll be able to get like a 5-star character. But what happens when you take a break from the game, right? Like that's when the real issue lies. Like let's say you take like a long ass break from the game, it is not going to be a fun time coming back. But I don't want to only slander the game. It's just like I just wish like they just listen to the community more. You know what I'm saying? Like you can also be greedy and predatory. Like I don't really care about that shit. Like that's normal in gacha games. But like at least tone it down a bit. Like make it a little easier. Power creep's giving me a lot of stress and a headache. It's understandable, yeah. I saw someone saying that like they were a new player and that clearing the end game wasn't a problem for them like 3 patches later. But I think people misunderstood what I said in my video because I said anyone who has resources, it isn't an issue pulling, right? And we're now this far into the game, like 2.7. So literally any new player can get way more pulls than someone who is like already caught up with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like theoretically, let's say someone started in 2.7. You grab Sunday, you then grab the Herda and Link Shaw, and you automatically have, or sorry, Aglia as well on the second side, and you automatically have 2 meta teams like instantly. Instantly, by the way. Like I don't know why people don't understand that. Like the new player experience in this game is genuinely fine. Like it's good. Because there's so many planets at this point and like old events that you can like do for Jades. Like by the time you catch up with the main storyline, you've probably already farmed like 200 plus pulls. Maybe even like 300 plus. Like it is very easy as a new player to like invest in a new meta comp. It's what my friend did. Like when my friend first started playing in around Pentagony, he was able to get a full Firefly comp literally instantly. He got a Ruan Mei, he got a Firefly, and he got a Firefly Lycone. And then afterwards, I don't remember what team he went for after that actually. But he did get a second team. Though I have heard like he prefers playing Wuwa over HSR. They don't honestly people say that you can withstand the power creep the way they design. Yeah, exactly, Dandelion. Like if we're all being honest, right? I think anyone can agree here. E6 S5 like Jigglypuff or Dill versus like an E2 S1 the Herda, E2 S1 the Glea, E2 S1 Firefly, E2 S1 Acheron. Like you're almost never choosing Dill and Jigglypuff, which is a really, really bad sign if that's the case. Well, yeah, that's a Harmony though. And plus Robin's like a little bit more recent. Robin came out at the exact same time as like the Acherons and all that stuff. I'm talking like 1.x characters versus like 2.x characters. Rather use this. But yeah, I think anyone would choose E6S5 Robin if possible for like any team. Maybe with the new Remembrance stuff, maybe like E6S5 Sunday. No, I know, Abby. I know. I completely agree that games, like especially gacha games, right? Like me personally, I played Fortnite a lot. I think everybody knows Fortnite requires like an immense amount of sweating and like mechanical skill to be above average in that game. And I'd say I'm above average in that game. And I started playing gacha games because I wanted an easier and more convenient game that wasn't as like time costly, right? But HSR for sure is like on the worst spectrum. Like it's not on a good side. Like this game does require a lot of time investment to like play every single day and make sure you don't miss any pulls, because otherwise you're going to be missing out on way too many characters, especially if you lose 50-50s. Like there's a chance you don't even get a limited character in a patch if you lose a 50-50. I think it's easier now, Mariah. I think the biggest issue when you're like a completely new player is relics. Like you have to get to a certain level to start getting like gold relics, right? However, once you hit that, like the new characters dropping will always be like best fit for the new endgame, right? Like as I said like a few minutes earlier, let's say you started the game in 2.7. With all the planets and all the main storyline that you can do, right? Like if you were to actually like put in time and grind it, or maybe do like some rerolls or something like that, you could legit get like Sunday, then the Herda, then the Lingsha, and then Aglaya, right? Because you can probably farm like 200 plus pulls at least as a new player, like all the way to the current timeline of the game. 200 plus pulls, you could get that. That's only including storyline and like some old events, not the new events as well. Like my friend did this, as I mentioned before in Pentagony. He started playing in Pentagony. I recommended the game to him. He got a Firefly and a Ruan Mei and a Firefly E1. So he got Firefly E1 plus Ruan Mei plus Firefly's Lycone in literally one patch because he was a new player. And then after that, I think he started spending money on his second comp, because he was a bit in a rush. Took me from 1.3 to Firefly's less Exodia piece to first time clear MOC 12. Oh, really? Yeah. There are some Giga Sweats out there who can start, like, clearing all the endgame within, like, 2 patches or something like that, I think. Obviously, you have to win, like, both 50-50s for the patch, but, like, there are some people out there who actually have done that. I don't know how they get their level up so fucking fast, though. That's the crazy part. I don't think you can clear endgame in this game with only 4 stars anymore, right? Like, I don't think it's possible. Maybe even, like, standard 5 stars. Is it even possible without limiteds in the game right now? Like, I know, like, 2 or 3 patches ago, like, you could actually clear with 4 stars, I'm pretty sure. Hey, what's up, Apollo? What would you choose, E6 S5 Herda or E6 S5 Fei Xiao? Herda. Because Herda is just a more universal unit. I mean, technically, E6 S5 Fei Xiao would probably also, like, completely destroy, what's it called? Pure Fiction. But in E6 S5, the Herda is just way more universal. She's gonna last longer. In my opinion, the Herda has a better, like, E2 combo. Like, that's... if it's very arguable whether or not Herda's E2 combo is the strongest one for any DPS in the game. Like, it's incredibly strong. You literally cannot afford Eidolons as a free-to-play unless you either get lucky or you skip a patch, which is what I'm doing, right? Like, I wasn't able to get Sunday, so I'm basically skipping 2.7 after this. I didn't bother pulling Sunday or Fugue, and I'm as well going to skip 3.0. So, like, someone like me would be able to go for Eidolons on a character, but at max, probably, like, only 1, right? Like, even though I got no characters for 2 patches, I might be able to invest, like, 1 Eidolon into a character, and that's it. Like, it's just delusional to think that it's, like, normal for free-to-plays to invest in Eidolons. Most people literally can't. Sometimes you don't even get a single limited character for a patch. I legit got E2 Firefly and Fugue with 300 pulls yesterday. Nice, sugar. That's a lot, though, yeah. Like, that's what I mean, man. If you aren't, like, lucky, like, let's say on average it takes you, like, 60 pity, right, to hit a limited, and you lose, let's say, half the 50-50s, because that's just how this game works, right? So you put in 60, get 1 copy of Firefly. You put in another 60, you lose. Put in another 60, that's 180 pulls for a, what's it called, E1 Firefly, right? And then it's completely possible you lose again, and then you win again. And that would put you at 320 pulls, I believe. So 320 pulls for an E2 Firefly if you were to have average luck in this game. Which is, I believe the average pity that people get 5 stars in this game, like limiteds, is 60. Like, it's around 60 or somewhere there. And then obviously 50-50, so you have to count it. Like, most people cannot, like, if you just have average luck, you cannot invest in Eidolons at all. Unless you just skip, like, 2 or 3 patches. Damn, did I spend that much? Actually, what's my standard pity at? I don't think it's far, because I just got, Clara's light going recently. 5, 10, literally 10 exactly, okay. And I just got a 4-star as well. I was hoping I'd get a bit lucky, get some starlight. So, yeah, that's just the basic. This is the most important one. I'll be pulling no one until Casterist, then I'll get her E0S1, then I'll wait for Phanon. Yeah, I think that's like the best option. That's what I was originally gonna do. I was gonna go for Casterist and then Phanon, but then My Day got drip marketed, and I really liked My Day. Started during Penacony, and Acheron was my first DPS. After that, I picked up Firefly because everyone was hyping her up. Now I have 2 premium teams and can clear everything with them. Yeah. Yeah, that's normal. I went from Poke E6S5 Firefly. Yeah, I went from not sure to pull Firefly to fully commit on our team. Absolutely no mats for her. Hey, E2 Firefly is actually really good though. Like E2 Firefly in specific, because of that like extra turn she gets. I think it's whenever she breaks or kills an enemy. Of course, there's a cap to it, but it's still pretty broken. She just gets like a straight up like double the turns basically. These are just attack and effect res. I'd rather do this one. Thank you. Oh, 100% Jim, 100%. I made this a while ago. Like the first video I made talking about the triple rerun banners, I said that new players and people who either skip patches or have money are the ones who benefit the most from power creep. Because technically then they never even own, like if you're a new player, you don't have to worry about power creep because you literally don't have any old characters on your account. So you can just instantly go for the new meta ones, right? But down the line is when it's going to feel worse, right? Like eventually Firefly and Acheron will fall off whether people want them to or not. However, they should still last a decent while in the 3.x patches, I believe. Especially if you get like the E2s and stuff like that. Actually, I should probably save some of these for My Day. Can I do this? Do I have a lot of something? I do. Nice. Come in handy. Always farming that fucking domain. Have you seen the HSR leaks? All I've seen is just like a general like thing of her kit. Like she can inflict like element weakness the same as Silverwolf, but overall she just seems way stronger. Oh no, yeah, I know. Fugue makes a pretty big difference for the break teams. Yeah, Jim. I think Jim, the issue is though, like you can, right? At to some extent, you can probably always clear the end game if you always pull for like the best value and meta characters. But the real problem that power creep like has is that you cannot pull characters you like, right? Like that's the issue. Like let's say someone's favorite character is Blade, no one is going to recommend you to pull Blade. Like Blade is really, really bad at this point in the game. So that's like the biggest issue of power creep is one, you cannot take a break from the game because you need to at least save some pulls for whenever a new meta comes out. Because otherwise, if you come back, your characters are going to be way worse. And the second thing is you can't pull for who you actually like. Of course, there are some people where like characters are meta and they like them, right? Like for example, me, I really want Casteress and she's 100% going to be meta. Like everybody knows that, right? But I also want to really pull like characters like Jing Yuan and Blade because they're really badass to me, but they just suck. They literally just suck. Probably get Fuga on rerun because I pulled Sunday and he's good, but also need the Herda. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people were doom posting Sunday a bit, thinking that he was gonna get replaced quickly, like what's it called, Sparkle. But at this point, Sunday is looking a little too necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like he's looking just a little too necessary. He's like the best in slot harmony for the Herda, the best in slot harmony for Aglaya, and apparently the leakers are saying best in slot harmony for casters. This guy, he's being needed a little too much in my opinion. Like the brother and sister combo is going a little crazy with the meta right now. Like Robin and Sunday completely own the meta right now. All right, I need to farm Ash Blazing. Are you gonna pull My Day and Casters and Sunday in 3.1 and 3.2? That's the plan, Flogon. That is 100% the plan. I'm assuming because the leakers are now confirming my suspicions that Sunday will probably be best in slot with the Casters team. He's probably gonna get a rerun on Casters' banner without a doubt. Like I don't doubt it at all. Like you see how they reran Robin within 3 patches for Fei Xiao? I think they're gonna do the same shit for Sunday for Casters. Who will you team up with My Day? They said he's a bit tricky in team comps. I'm not even sure yet. Like, I truly don't know how My Day's gonna work. Like, I know you need Ling Sha. I think Ling Sha is like the number one sustain for him, like without a doubt. But I don't know like what fits in the middle. I truly have no clue. If I'm being honest, isn't there a good chance it's Triby or Ruan Mei? Like because Respen, like he can't take advantage of Robin's attack buffs because he's an HP scaler. So it'd probably be someone who doesn't give any attack buffs and instead like damage bonus, Respen, something like that. I also don't think he's like incredibly reliant on what's it called? Like an action advancer because the blood pool, like the way his blood pool works, he either needs to I think consume HP or lose HP. And once the blood pool is filled, he automatically gets action forwarded and he's in like this enhanced state. So, like, I'm not sure, to be honest. Like, I genuinely have no clue for My Day right now. I don't know what buffers he wants. I don't know if he wants an action advancer or not. Like, it's really weird. I hope I end up having some characters that are good for him, though. Like, I have Huo Huo, I have Lang Sha, I have, like, a few supports here and there, you know what I'm saying? So long as he doesn't need to take the Robin from my Fei Xiao team, it should be fine. Let's see. Not this one. Is there a way I can check? Where is it? This one. Really? Gameplay leaks next week. Yep. Gameplay leaks for My Day and Triby. Coming up. Oh wait, this is Bellabog. I'm stupid. Pretty sure it's in Zhangzhou Lofu. Wait, is this Himiko set or is it Ash Blazing? I think it's Ash Blazing, right? Fuck, I keep doing that. Why do I keep doing that? Ash is better. There it is. Did you see Mr. Pokey's brain dead take on power creep? Yeah, I made a video about it. Someone was telling me that I just had a skill issue, and then right after said that he cleared in 3 cycles with an E2 S1 Robin with his Fei Shao. Like, if I don't win my 50-50 on Castris, I'm quitting. Anyway, I doubt it'd be a fun time for me either if I lost a lot of 50-50s. I'm hoping I win at least one 50-50 between My Day Sunday and Castris. Like, just one. You know what I'm saying? So that, like, maybe I have the option to go for, like, an extra Eidolon or a Lycone on either of them. Yeah, Dandelion. Like, the only way it's good is if him playing on auto battle literally makes no difference. Right? Like, it can suck. Like, bosses who have summons that die when the boss dies, like, let's say the summon's a lower HP than the boss, sometimes, like, auto battle will just auto target whoever's the lowest HP. Like, every single time. I mean, the thing is, right, I have no doubt with my exact characters and account, Mr. Pokey could probably clear like a cycle faster or 2 cycles faster by like messing around with my relics and stuff, because he knows more about like the game, like speed tuning, all that, than I do. But he's just incredibly biased. Like, he literally just spends money whenever he wants to for a character. He never has to worry about not getting a character at all. It's never that serious anyways in the first place, right? Like, it's a bad take. I don't have anything against the guy. It's just like an incredibly bad take to the point where it's like, how do you even come up with this? Like, how do you believe this yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of when he's like making some of those bad takes, like he doesn't have bad videos, right? Unless it's like drama related stuff. I never watch drama related videos, but I mean, Mr. Pokey has people who literally farm relics on his account. Like, that's the thing. That's another thing as well. Like, he doesn't play the game himself. He doesn't log in every day and do relics. He has other people on his account doing relic farming for him. So he never has a missed day at all. He can always just come back to the game and have all the best new relics easily. Quality more crisp than my eyesight W stream? Really? Oh, is the stream kind of blurry? Yeah, Mariah. It's something some content creators do. They'll like pay a mod or someone they trust to like completely run their account when they're not playing the game. Yeah. It's something only really the big content creators do. Like, no normal person is gonna be able to hire a fucking relic farming slave. Like, most people can't do that. Exactly, Mantis King, yeah. I think what really rubbed me the wrong way, right, is that he was blaming power creep on players being so-called greedy and stupid, right? And not the company. Like, he was shifting it to like, oh, it's the player's fault for never not missing like a single day. Like, you have to farm relics. You can never take a break from the game. It's your own fault for never pulling for the meta comps that the end game is favoring towards, right? And that's just a really, really bad take. Like, as I mentioned in my last video where like I talked about it, like is power creep bad, right? Dramatic title, dramatic thumbnail. I literally mentioned how like everyone has been telling anyone to go for the Fei Xiao comp, right? So if you started in like 2.5, you probably would have gone Robin and you would have gone Fei Xiao, and you may have been able to get Ling Xiao if you were a new player, right? However, this MOC is literally completely AoE based, which is the issue, right? So if you, keep in mind, Zhao Q was like 2.4. So even if you got Acheron at 2.6, you don't have Zhao Q, right? And you most likely weren't able to get her light code if you got both Fei Xiao and Robin. So this current MOC makes Fei Xiao perform significantly worse. So even if you were just going for straight meta, like the strongest comp in the game, which at the time was Fei Xiao, she's now performing significantly worse in MOC because the MOC is AoE based, right? Like, you could probably still get like 4 or 5 cycles with her anyways, but like, it's so not good, man. It's just not good. Skipping Fei Xiao is insane work. Hearing for 3 weeks that Fei Xiao is the best option. Skip Rappa? Yeah, exactly. Like, everyone was saying pull Fei Xiao, new strongest DPS, pull the comp, pull Robin on the rerun. And even if you did that, like currently, you would be struggling in the endgame. Is talking about calculated pulls for 3.0 considered HSR leaks? I don't really think so, but it's 110 pulls. I've already seen it. 110 pulls is the rumored pulls for free to play this patch. Is there a top tier team that has fallen faster than Fei Xiao ever? Probably. I mean, no. Not really. Because even when Dill and Jing Liu came out, like after Seal, the thing is, at the beginning of the game, they weren't doing this HP scaling bullshit with the end game, right? Like, if you go to HomDGCat and you look at like the MOC HP graph, it didn't start actually becoming a problem until around Firefly's banner. That's when they started massively increasing the HP of all endgame mobs. Before Firefly's banner, the average like max HP for like a single target boss was usually around like a milli. Like a milli was the average. It's like double that now, double or triple at times. I think it's because of the herd on Aglaya sugar. Like, I think all Remembrance DPSs, like their memo sprites, I'm pretty sure memo sprites always hit like multiple targets on field. And the leakers have said that all the future patch endgame is going to become only more and more AoE focused again. So yeah, I think they're like phasing out of hunk characters again, trying to make every AoE DPS meta. So the herd on Aglaya will probably last quite a while just fine, and any destruction character should also be fine. But it seems like they're trying to phase out of the hunt meta. Exactly, Yannick. Exactly. I think the best way to just like to let people know how much worse the power creep has gotten is when Dill got his rerun around like 1.6 or 2.0, I believe, he was still the strongest DPS. Like, still, he was the strongest DPS by the time his rerun came around. You now look at Firefly and Acheron when they got reran, and they were not the strongest DPS by the time they got reran anymore. That's the difference. Like, you can instantly tell, man. Like back then, even when Dill got his rerun, he was still the strongest. Yeah, potato, basically, yeah. Every Remembrance character has a memo sprite, which is, for some reason, different than summons in this game. So no matter what, like, if they have the Remembrance path, they have a memo sprite. Like, Remembrance MC is the same thing. Remembrance MC has, like, this weird, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I don't know what animal I'd use to describe the memo sprite of Remembrance MC, but yeah. And Casterus, her memo sprite is going to be like the Black Dragon. Aglaea's is like that doll or whatever it is. Yeah, that too, Jeshua. Like, Sparkle came out and completely solidified him as, like, better than Jingliu. Because there was finally a way to sort of, like, compensate for it. His, SP hungriness. An undead dragon genuinely sounds sick as fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to go for Casterus so bad. Like, from the beginning, even though her design is good, what I mostly cared about was the fact that she had, like, the Black Dragon as a memo sprite. No, I agree. I think Aglaea has one of, if not the sickest, like, design in the game. Like, she really does. But being the first on the Remembrance path is just not good. Especially after a recent leak saying that Casterus's teammates are supposed to be Remembrance MC and Sunday. Those are the exact same teammates you use for Aglaea, by the way. Like, those are the exact same fucking teammates you use for Aglaea. So only 2 patches later, if you're planning on getting Casterus, you would just take Sunday out of your Aglaea team. And she'd perform worse. I hope not, Kocho. I hope not. I mean, it could get crit damage, right? Oh yeah, she probably will Flogon. I mean, it could be 3.4 Flogon. Like, if we're being honest, like, what I think they'll do, right? I think I've caught on to the pattern here. Firefly released 2 patches after Acheron, and I don't think anyone's going to argue that Firefly isn't Acheron tier, right? So I think Phanon will at least be like Casterus tier, and that's 2 patches after Casterus's. So I think they're doing this pattern where, like, 2 patches after, like, a really, really big DPS drop, they start making all the other new DPSs around the same level, if not better. Oh, all it says is mem? Maybe, Kocha. The only thing I'm worried about is there was, like, a random leak on Twitter, like, a few days to a week ago, and this leak predicted Casterus using Remembrance MC and Sunday. However, the issue is that same leak said that you'd also use Robin and that you'd run Casterus sustainless. So, it's basically saying Casterus would be a self-sustaining HP, like, DPS, and you'd run triple support on her without sustain. Which, if true, is, like, I don't know, man. Like, I really don't want to put that many top-tier supports on one comp, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I understand why, right? Because Robin gives, like, the full action advance for the entire team in Memo Sprites, I'm pretty sure. But It's like, jeez. Probably Dandelion. Either that, or she's just like a completely self-sustaining DPS and she can't die. But I'm not sure yet. This is more speculation, but yeah, there was a leak already like 5 days ago that predicted Casterus using Remembrance MC and Sunday as best in slot teammates. HSR gameplay on a Gabby stream. I must be dreaming. I'm farming for Himiko currently. Earlier I farmed like a bunch of traces, and right now I'm farming the Ash set. Like, why? Those substats are so good. Why is it on defense? Why don't you stream on Twitch? I'm pretty sure the only way you can combine 2 chats in a stream and stream to like 2 different platforms is to have a second monitor and like set it up. But I don't have a second monitor. Like, I can only use my iPad for reading chat, so I don't want to read 2 different chats at once. It would hurt my head. It's already hard enough keeping up with chat normally when I play HSR. Like, when I play something like WoWa or like Fortnite, I have like half the viewers. But the moment I go on Honkai Star Rail, I have double. Iron Cavalry for Himiko? No, I'm not running Break Himiko. I'm running normal Himiko. Leakers better stop trolling and give us more info on Casterus. I mean, they always troll. They always bait like this. They do it every time. There's a reason why we have a Noxa leaks, even though she's the second side after Casterus. Like, they'd 100% have leaks on Casterus. They're just like fully blue balling people. DPS Harmony ain't impossible. Like, according to the leakers, E0, S0 Tribune specific doesn't really do all that much damage. I'm pretty sure Tribi is basically just like the damage is just a gimmick. I'm not gonna lie. Until you get like E6 or something, the damage is just a gimmick to make her best in slot for Fei Xiao and the Herda. I don't think it's a coincidence. I keep forgetting Exodius. The leakers always call him a she, so I just completely forget, bro. Yeah, I have heard her light cone makes like a significant difference. Either way, though, I'm more interested in my day. I really don't care about Tribi all that much. Like, I do think Tribi will be like an upgrade for the Fei Xiao and the Herda team, but that might be it for at least now. Because that attack gimmick, unless it does significant damage, right? Like, I'm talking like March 7th Moe's levels, then it's actually decent. Harmonies do be broken, but I really don't like Tribi's kit all that much, yeah. So, according to the leakers, a Noxa obviously can be put in like an Acheron team. However, he's just like a general support for literally any crit DPS. Like, it's not like Jiaoqiu, where Jiaoqiu basically like massively only benefits Acheron and E0S0. Like, a Noxa is straight up like a sub DPS that can benefit any crit DPS, is how it was mentioned. So he can like apply weaknesses randomly. Apparently he can't do it on purpose. Like he does a skill and it applies random weaknesses. He's like a sub DPS, I think they said as well. Yeah, Cypher is the one who's like been basically confirmed to be Dot, but Anoxa is more of just like an overall crit sub DPS with support abilities. I truly don't remember Potato. I know it's part of his kit, I just don't remember the specific stuff. Because it was like such a short like overview. Like it's just very general. I'll check it right now. Let me see. Honkai Star Rail Leaks. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, so 2 days ago, Anoxa's kit ultimate delays the action of all enemies and has a % base chance to inflict Migo, which we don't know what Migo is, but it says here status, it inflicts Migo status on each enemy target for X turns. The Migo status is a control debuff. Targets affected by Migo take additional damage equal to Anoxa's % attack when attacked. So Anoxa has like his own version of damage vulnerability that scales off his attack %. And then finally, it deals damage equal to Anoxa's % attack to all enemies. And then his talent, whenever Anoxa deals damage with his ultimate, applies a random weakness to enemies. Each instance of damage applies a different weakness, probably randomly, lasting for X amount of turns. So that's the leaked Anoxa like kit thingy. It seems like they're just like a sub DPS, like, and they're incredibly general. Like it's not Acheron only; it's for everyone. Do you think skipping the herd is a good idea? I mean, it's fine. Like, it's fine, right? Like the Herda's very strong now, and with Tribi, I think once Tribi releases, the Herda will probably have the best value, like undisputedly, in all 3 endgame modes combined. But then Casterus releases, and then Phanon releases, right? So I do think waiting for Casterus and Phanon is technically like better in a meta view than the Herda. Most likely Casterus. Yeah, unless you like her. Like, I'm quite confident the Herda will last, like, the entirety of the 3.x patches, since she herself is a 3.x DPS. However, like, you know, Casterus is a pretty big pull, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty confident that will be a big one. Attack %? Oh, wait, no, that's ass. No one knows Shadow Games. No one knows, but I do think there's a good chance you just don't run. I don't think they have synergy. I'm not gonna lie. I do not think they have synergy, especially with the leakers saying recently. Casterus's best teammates are Remembrance MC and Sunday, means you'd run her alone, right? Because Remembrance MC and Sunday can only action advance one specific person, not multiple. So she'll probably be like a solo DPS. What do we do with My Day? He's probably just in his own team. That's probably it. You run My Day one team, you run Casterus another. Eventually we will get like a phase in into Dob, probably. Like it always happens, right? It'll eventually happen. No one knows, Castle. No one knows. It's either a sustain or another support. Because there has been rumors that you can run Casters completely sustainless and run triple support. But those rumors are just rumors at the end of the day. So it's either just a sustain or just like triple support. That's what they're saying, Irokumata. The leakers are saying Trippy doesn't benefit Castris or My Day. Yeah, literally just wait a week or like 6 days for the in-game leaks for My Day, and we should be able to tell My Day's like best in slot team. But it is a bit weird that we don't know like any good teams for My Day or anything like that yet. Like he might want like very specific units or even like a unit that isn't out yet. Like another Acheron situation where like units just keep coming out in the future that makes them stronger. It could be the same with My Day. I finally hit the 80 pull mark. Nice. 80 pulls before 3.0 hits. Only 2 crit rolls into attack. And then this is... eh. Yeah, I know, big girl. Yeah, they did say that. Feel bad for Aglaia because the hype for Castris is completely overshadowing her. I mean, like, it should have been expected. Like, any person who is literally the first of their path is just bound to be power crept. And aside from that, Aglaia is, like, very, very reliant on Sunday at E0 S0. So, you're going to have to use the best Remembrance Harmony on the best Remembrance DPS, right? Like, that's what most people are going to want to do. So, if you pull Castris and Aglaia, you're going to have to choose who you put your Sunday team on. That's why you just don't pull Aglaia in the first place, so you don't have to worry about that. Or you don't pull Castris. You know, that's another thing. Don't pull for the stronger meta DPS if you just like the character more. Garbage, man. Come on, give me a crit damage here. Unfortunate, unfortunate. I'll just use this because of the speed. Is Aglaia going to be on the standard at this point? I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense. I've already mentioned this a lot of times. They are not putting Aglaia on the standard banner, bro. They are not doing that. The standard banner, like, do you guys understand just how broken Aglaia's like E1 and E2 is? Being able to get those Eidolons off the standard banner is way too bullshit. Like, it would be way too fucking broken. I mean, it is what it is. I just didn't get an upgrade. Do I have any better ones? 4 speed. Nah, this one's better. I didn't even... I completely forgot I put relics on Clara, bro. Like, I completely forgot. So all I need... Oh, wait, no. So this is 4-piece. Jeez, that crit rate is absolutely terrible. I need a crit rate body. Ah, fuck. So annoying. E2 S1 Aglaya from standard? Yeah, like literally. Like I wouldn't complain about it, right? Like it would be really, really good for like any people if they put Aglaya on the standard banner. But she's just way too new. Like they just aren't gonna do it, man. Yeah, because then you'd also have to put her light cone as well, and her light cone is also like pretty decent for her. Like Aglaya would be like gold in the middle of trash in like the standard banner. Although Branya, Branya, but did I really get nothing from that? I spent like 1,000. That isn't that much, but I expected at least like one slight upgrade. It's not like the rope and the sphere are issues either. I just need a crit rate body. E6 well is good, by the way. E6 well, Jesus. Yeah. If Aglaya were put in the standard banner, there would be a ship ton of people re-rolling the standard banner. So like they'd be selling like $5 accounts that already have Aglaya at the very beginning of the game. Like that's basically what they do. Damn, I made no progress on my Himiko. I'm really hoping this light cone works for my day, by the way. Like, I'm praying. I'm on a prayer right now. I hope this is, like, semi-decent for him. I hate grinding relics. I think everyone does. It probably won't be Flogon. Because the issue is that he isn't, like, attack scaling. Like, he's fully HP scaling. So, like, this increased attack, I don't think it's even going to do much. What the dog doing? Barking. Like always. Anniversary is always a good entry point for gacha games. No, yeah, usually. I think 3.2, so Castoras's banner, is the anniversary for Honkai Star Rail. And I think Wu was is still like a bit away. My other destruction light cones, I'm not even sure. I don't think I have another 5-star one. Yeah, this is literally the only 5-star destruction light cone I have. Oh yeah, I forgot I got this one from the Rappa thing. Are you getting the herder or saving it all for my day? I'm saving for my day. So I'm skipping the entirety of 3.0, which means once 3.1 hits, I should have like 200 pulls or more. And my day should be on the second side of the patch. So when my day comes around, I'll have like 250 limited pulls and as well as a 40 pity guarantee. So I'm like completely set for getting my day. But I want to get Sunday and his light cone and then Castoris in what's it called? 3.2. I really want to get Sunday with his light cone. And if I get lucky where I don't lose like a single 50-50, E1 S1 Sunday is the best possible case scenario. Because E1 Sunday gives 40% defense shred to a summon and 16% to the character, which is incredibly broken. What do you think about the gacha event for a chance of 700 Jades guaranteed or a chance of big win? I think it's fine. I think like people already like ran the numbers on it. Statistically, you will get more Jades back, or at least most people will get more Jades back from doing the thing. Because you can do it 7 times, I think. And in total, it's 700 if you don't spin at all. However, you have a 10% chance of getting, what's it called? A 900 jades. 10% chance. So that means like 70% of people are going to hit that 10% chance probably. And then obviously some people are going to hit the 500k. To be honest, I expected them to do something similar to this before, but I thought for sure it'd only be like 10k or maybe even 50k max. But 500k is absolutely bonkers. And for 20 people as well, like that is a crazy amount. Yeah, but I'm not going to be going for E1 My Day probably unless I get like super lucky or something like that. 10% is not that good, bro. No, but Vin, you can do it 7 times in a row. And even if you lose, you get 50 of the jades back from the 100 you lost. So on average, more people are going to make more jades back. Can I see how you built your Robin? I'm pretty sure she just strictly attack at 120 speed. Yeah, 120 speed Robin with 4.5k attack. And double attack pieces. Literally just attack, 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 attack. Everything is attack percent basically. And then I have an ER rope right here. No Eidolons, no Lycone. Although I will say, if you have a lot of people don't know this, and I figured this out like around a month ago. You can use Ruan Mei's Lycone on Robin. It's like Robin's second best option. So if you're like not using your Ruan Mei, you can put this on Robin. Boots could be better probably, but I don't really care too much. It's already good enough. Yeah, sugar. How so? So when the wearer uses their ultimate, increases all allies damage by 24% for 3 turns. So this is why. And at the start of each wave, all allies will regenerate 10 energy immediately. So you get an extra 24% damage bonus for like everyone the moment she ults. And you get some energy as well. I did see like a really crazy person. So I saw a crazy person in Pure Fiction. They actually got their Robin to 150% break effect so they could get the 1 skill point recovered on ult. Like I actually saw a video on it, but I think normally you probably wouldn't want to do this. Uh, that's because it's good, Mariah. That's basically it. Like, compare it to this Lyco. This is her best 4-star option. All it does is increase attack. And you get increased damage dealt for by 30% for 1 turn. Ruan Maze is for 3 turns, and it's 24% for everyone on field. That's why it's better. Not to mention the free energy as well. And I mean, in the first place, most people probably wouldn't think to put Ruan Maze Lycone on Robin because of the break effect here. Like, they'd automatically assume, like, oh, break effect, like, it wouldn't fit on Robin, but I'm pretty sure it's her second best option. Yeah, Mariah. Would you recommend going for Robin's Lycone because of DDD rerun? I mean, if you don't have it, 100%, like, that's a good way to get free DDD while also getting a good Lycone for Robin. It just depends on like what you want. Like if you just want to make your Robin stronger, 100% just go ahead. Because DDD does not rerun anymore. Like, we went over it last stream. The last stream I did. The last time DDD reran was literally like almost a year ago. So it was 2024 February in 2.0. That was the last time DDD reran. E0 Herda, E1 S1 Sunday, or E2 Herda, E0 S0 Sunday. If you're asking what makes the biggest difference in a Herda comp, E2 Herda is better. But if you're asking like overall value, it's E1 S1 Sunday. 100% it's E1 S1 Sunday. But specifically in the Herda comp, E2 is stronger. Jeez, man. 161 speed with 4K attack? My goodness. Yeah, anime girl. Exactly what Potato said. Robin is like one of the most universal like harmonies no matter what. You pair her out like not including like break teams, right? Or like emanators who need specific teammates. If you're not dealing with that, it's almost always a harmony Robin Sunday combo. That's best for like every single old DPS. So yeah, Robin is good for Clara. Why are people shocked that Castra's best support is Sunday? So I think the reason why is because like 2 or 3 weeks ago, leakers were saying that there was a test team running double sustain and then My Day and Castris together. However, now that we actually have more information on My Day, it makes sense that that was a team testing My Day and not for Castris. Because My Day wants to lose HP over and over and over again. And he might actually need double sustain currently in the game. Like, there were some people saying that literally, like, Luocha cannot heal Sunday. Like, the only person, or sorry, not Sunday, My Day. Like, the only person, or the sustain in the game, that can efficiently heal, like, My Day even a little bit is apparently Ling Shot. So I'm pretty sure that test team was actually for testing My Day. I'm going to hibernate when Castris drops. I need a skipper because I'm trying not to impulse buy. I need to focus on more wind units and ice units, which I lack of. Oh, I see. You pulling for Herda? No. I decided... So, the original plan I was going to do was actually to get the Herda. So, if anyone doesn't know, the tragic incident of 2.7... I dropped around 10k Trailblaze power for Herda relics. Like, I'm not overestimating. 10k Trailblaze power. And then My Day got drip marketed, and I no longer wanted to get Herda. So, I'm not getting the Herda. I'm skipping 3.0, and I'm going straight for My Day. And then after My Day, it's going to be Castris and Sunday. Real stopped you, but you went insane? I mean, can you blame me? Like, I got so many gloves that only have 2 crit rolls. Like, this one only has 2 crit rolls. This one only has 2. I'm pretty sure this one only has 2 as well. Like, I kept getting fucked over and over again. I think this one has 3, though. Oh, wait, no. This one has 4. Yeah, this is, like, a really good piece that I'm not even going to use on anyone, by the way. I'm not going to use this on anyone, by the way. Because no one else can use Herda set, like, decently. I'll get you one Robin for Castris. I'd wait before that. Like, wait for leaks a little more. I mean, then again, Robin is the rerun on the second side. So by that time, there for sure should be more Castris leaks. But I'd wait, because currently the only two leak supports are Remembrance MC and Sunday. It didn't say anything about Robin, although I'm sure Robin will be a very good choice as well. You can use 2-piece at least? Oh yeah, that's true. Herda yearns for those gloves. I also have some other good ones. Like, even though this one doesn't have a crit damage roll, it rolled 3 into crit rate and 1 into speed. These are also not bad, but they aren't good by any means. Robin is going with Castris and you ain't stopping me. Hey, if you really want it, go ahead. Will Robin be bad in 4.0? Probably not bad, but I would not be surprised if we just straight up got a new Harmony within 3.x. That probably ends up being like an overall better pick than Robin in a lot of teams, right? Like, that wouldn't exactly be surprising. Like, maybe around Phenon's patch, like maybe someone runs alongside Phenon, and that ends up being like a very universal Harmony. I mean, it's gonna happen, Exodius. Like 4.0 is literally a year later. If we're being realistic, if 2.x is anything to go off of, right? We should be getting like 2 or 3 more harmonies within 3.x, right? Like, that should be the case. Like, there's no way not a single one of those harmonies ends up being a better overall support than a 2.x one. You get what I'm saying? Like, 3.x characters are almost always stronger than the older ones. Like, look at the Herda. The Herda isn't even like the big DPS drop, but if you look at her like overall DPS value in like every single endgame mode, it's one of the greatest in the entirety of the game. Arguably the greatest. She arguably has the best E1 and E2 combo as well. I need Robin to get power crept. Yeah, I'm sure Hoyo wants to make a new cash cow that's better than Robin too. Like, if you think about it, imagine they just rerun Robin like over and over and over again, and then like the second a new Harmony is better, they start rerunning that Harmony over and over again. That's probably what they're planning to do. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to see Castris do a milli plus effortless. I mean, that's probably what she will do, yeah. That would also be nice, Ward. Robin rerun in 3.2? I don't think so. That would be too fast, I feel like. Like, that's only a 2-patch difference. I don't think anyone in this game has ever reran within 2 patches. Like, going 3-patch, 3-patch, 2-patch, that's like a bit diabolical and incredibly predatory. Yeah, I think Ruan Mei is more likely to be reran soon. It's been a little while. Like, since Firefly's banner in 2.3. Yeah, it'll probably take like a big drop. I truly think that literally all they have to do to make a better Robin, literally the exact same action advance, but either they can do it like more often than Robin can, or they just straight up give better buffs than Robin while doing the same thing, right? It's really just that simple to power creep them. Fugue is not a must pull unless you just want to make your break team last longer. Oh, you want to replace your HMC to Remembrance MC. I see. So, if you're planning to go like full in like Remembrance DPSs, I do think you're probably going to have to use Remembrance MC. Either for a comp who may use two supports, or two different comps that may use one support. Because I do think for summon DPSs currently, the two best supports possible in the game are Remembrance MC and Sunday. Like, those are the main two right now. Like, I have no doubt, like, within future patches, we'll probably get more harmonies for the summoners. But currently, the only two are Remembrance MC and Sunday. Yeah. So if you want to use Remembrance MC, I would say pulling for Fugue is probably going to be something you should think about. No, it 100% exists, Irokumana. Someone mentioned it before. Like, I watched a video yesterday. Fei Xiao's ultimate does 300% more damage than Seal's ultimate, which is 3x the amount of damage. The problem is obviously like HP inflation is making older DPSs not being able to keep up as well. And as well, like, MOC targeting towards the new characters that are releasing. But like, Fei Xiao's ult is straight up like 300% more damage than Seal's. It's actually triple Exio, yeah. And on top of that, if you have like a best in slot Fei Xiao team, you're getting that ult off like easily. Like easily. Especially with Tribi releasing. Once Tribi releases, 100%. Fei Xiao is going to go downhill as much as it hurts me to say this. The thing is, Fei Xiao power creep might be the most disgusting thing ever because it's not even by the characters, right? Like, currently after this MOC, I can most confidently say it's going to be just the MOC favoring AoE targeted DPSs again. So Hoyo is purposely, like, fucking it up for hunk characters again. That's literally it. Because the leakers have said we are going to continue to get more AoE focused endgame. Like, the endgame is going to keep being AoE like it currently is. Because all the future characters are either Remembrance or Destruction currently, which all can hit like multiple mobs at once. We haven't had a single leaked hunk character. Like, Fei Xiao not doing enough damage isn't even the problem. It's just that the MOC is just becoming more AoE focused. She'll still be really good in Apocalyptic Shadow, probably. Erudition is ruining my life. No wonder why I hate being smart. People who do Sustainless say that Seal is top 2, 3 best DPS. Yeah, but Sustainless is like... Sustainless is one of the worst ways to measure a character's power. Because, let's say, like, you can run Fei Xiao with like an E1 Robin Sustainless with like a Bronya or Ruan Mei at high investment. And you can probably hit a 0 cycle. But you are going to die. like multiple times. Like it's incredibly RNG heavy, even outside of the high relic investment and cost investment. Like I've seen Seal Zero Cycle, but literally every Seal Zero Cycle that I've looked up are like E1 S1 Sundays, E2 S1 Robins, like E2 S1's Branyas. Like they're all incredibly high cost to actually be able to get her to clear fast enough before someone dies. I don't think Sparkle will make a comeback at all. No. I'm gonna say this, but like I even before Sunday released, Sparkle's value was already looking really bad. But after Sunday, the fact that this man is more skill point positive than Sparkle with his Lycone, when Sparkle's entire like marketing gimmick was that she was an SP positive character, is absolutely insane. Like they just did not give a shit about Sparkle anymore and said, fuck it. Let's make Sunday the new big dog. Like, you just replace Sparkle with Sunday in every fucking team. Every single one. I'm pretty sure I saw a video on it like a few days ago. An E0 S1 Sunday is better than an E2 S1 Sparkle. Like, the light code makes that big of a difference. Without the light code, E2 S1 Sparkle is better. But if you get him and the light cone, it's better than an E2 S1 Sparkle. You think Castris or Phanon will be another zero energy character? I think Castris is probably the most likely one. I think so. I don't, maybe, who knows, right? I do think it'll be either one of them, yes, though. I do think either one of them will likely have, like, Acheron, you know what I'm saying? Like, weird ult mechanic, where you need to do, like, certain shit to unlock it, instead of it being, like, energy. Can't believe they buffed Herda before Seal and Blade buff. I mean, Herda keeps getting buffs and buffs. She got buffed in V3, buffed in V5, buffed in V6. I don't think that's the reason why, though, Bullets. Like, the reason they said Sunday is most likely just because he's the best remembrance support in the game, right? Like, there isn't any doubt about that. Sunday is currently just the best support for any remembrance DPS, period. So there's still a decent possibility that she just doesn't have energy. She could, but it could go either way, honestly. Yeah, I know. I saw a potato. I said it in my community. Yeah, if Castris is non-energy, would be counter synergy. No. No. Okay. So, Sunday's 20% energy on ult is really not that important. Right? Like, I'm going to be completely honest. The only reason it's hyped up like crazy is because of Aglaya. And Aglaya's disgustingly high energy ult cost, and as well as the Herdas. Right? But, like, the energy on ult is not what makes Sunday broken. So, yes, even though she, like, let's say Castris has an ult mechanic that doesn't require energy, it doesn't really matter. Like, not getting energy from Sunday barely matters when it's his buffs that really matter. The 100% action advance on a memo sprite and the character, the increased buffs on summons or slash memo sprites, whenever they deal damage and damage bonus and all of that stuff. Like, that's why Sunday's the best for every remembrance DPS. Of course, still a 50-50 chance that she probably does have an energy ult. Like, that's completely possible. However, even if she doesn't, like, Sunday's still the best in slot anyways. He's just that good. Every single remembrance DPS wants Sunday because of his buffs to a summon. And it becomes even greater. Like when you look at Aglaia, for example, she is the main damage dealer, not her summon, right? So her summon can't even take full advantage of Sunday's buffs. However, for Casterus, I think we can all agree it's a very, very high chance that that Black Dragon doesn't do like only 50 or 100k damage like Aglaia's, right? Like that Black Dragon is probably a massive fucking nuke. So he'd also be able to take, or she'd also be able to take better advantage of Sunday's buffs, especially with the E1, because Sunday's E1 gives 40% defense shred to the summon. Yeah, Sunday's good to deal too because of the energy. Yeah, he's able to use his ult more often. Of course, as well, more skill point friendly with the light cone. Maybe the energy Sunday gives was made for Aglaia. Oh yeah, I don't have any doubt about that. Like that's why I'm 100% confident. The only reason Sunday has that 20% energy buff is probably because of Aglaia's massive ult cost. And it was to like upsell Aglaia, like, oh, if you have Sunday and you pull them at 2.7, well, you're in luck. You can now get the best remembrance DPS in the game. But then you just have Casterus in 3.2, and it's like, yeah, Jiguan as well. No, like I think Sunday is one of the few examples in this game of like direct power creep. Like he's just a better hyper carry support than every other hyper carry support in the game. Like better action advance, more skill point friendly, better buffs. Like there isn't a single thing he's worse in. And that's without a DPS that can take advantage of him yet. Can we talk about how pretty Casterus Easter egg design is in Mihoyo's video? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they like massively changed Casterus's design, like massively. Like in the trailer, she has like longer hair, but in the teaser that they had for what's it called? Like in the Game Awards, she just had straight up short hair. But she has longer hair here. As well as the outfit. Like the outfit is way, way more designed. I lost the 50-50 day. That's why. I lost the 50-50. And after that, I just wanted to wait because I'm confident if Sunday's good with Casterus, they'll just rerun Sunday on Casterus's banner. The same way they did for Robin with Fei Xiao. So it doesn't really matter whether or not I got him or not, because I was never gonna get Aglaia anyways. I would not. He would have literally been like rotting in my account, unless I pulled for the Herda. I don't know, Kocho. Uh, you might be new here. I'm a story skipper. I do not pay attention to story at all in these games. Literally only characters. So I can't give my opinions on anything story related because then I'd just be lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to lie to people and be like, oh my god, 3.0 was super ass. Or, oh my god, 3.0 next level story. Like, I genuinely have zero clue. Yeah, people were asking me the same thing for Wuwa in 2.0 Renacida, and I had to be like, they're like, oh my god, this is the best story like I've experienced in a gacha game in a long time, and I'm just like, really? Like, I don't really know, but yay, let's go, good story. Yeah, going for Eidolons and Lycones on a support will always be more valuable than on a single DPS. But if I'm being honest, for Sunday specifically, that Lycone in specific has insane fucking value. Like, I don't understand what type of, like, coke Hoyo was on when making Sunday, but that Lycone is an insane game changer. What flow gone? I wish HSR had a skip thing. Will you do Woowa leak videos? Probably not. The only reason I make leak videos is because I understand like most of the stuff in this game, like Honkai Star Rail, so I can genuinely give like a decent opinion on how strong like a character or a new comp might be compared to an old one. In Woowa, I completely forgot everything about that game. Like how the scaling works, how outros and intros work, like Forte. Like I don't know shit in Woowa. So I don't want to try and make like informational videos on how strong like a character might be in their leaks when I genuinely am just talking out of my ass. Yeah, it's so broken, Ward. This is the most fun I had with a gotcha game. Wua genuinely showed me that even a gotcha game can be the same level as AAA games. Yeah, I will say, even though I didn't pay attention to the story, like the cutscenes themselves, especially later on in Renacida, are actually top tier. Like I don't want to start like comparisons or anything because I think it's stupid. Just play whatever you like more. But I saw a video on YouTube of like there's some event where the MC Aether is like doing a dance, and there's literally the exact same event in Wuwa, but the one in Wuwa is literally like a million times more detailed and better. Like it's not even close. Like it's completely fluid animation, and you're like dancing with Carlotta, I think in Wuwa, and it's like actually really fucking good. While Ether is just like standing still, and you're just doing like a quick time button event, and he's just like doing the same movement like 6 times over. Do you think there's gonna be a new endgame for Remembrance specifically, like it was in APOC and Pure Fiction? Maybe. Here's the problem, right? I wouldn't be surprised if there were no more endgames or like new endgames, because I don't even think they want to give us that many Jades. Like even if we do get a new endgame, I feel like they'll nerf the amount of Jades we get in all the other endgame modes, and then give us some more in the new one. Like I feel like that's what they do. I don't think they want to make like 5, 6 endgames in the long run, because that might be like giving too many Jades to people, and they don't want that. Do you play ZZZ? No, I don't. Even Zeshi DPS is better than Ling Yang. Jeez, man. I don't know if I want to pull Herda's light cone or not. Her light cone is actually really good, and it gives some quality of life. So it refunds the skill point when you use her ult, right? And that's actually really good because the Herda is like incredibly skill point hungry, like 100%. She wants to use her skill every turn. So like you skill, you ult, and then you have to use the enhanced skill right after as well. So the light cone gives a good quality of life, but the E1 is a bigger overall damage increase. So if you're struggling with skill points on the Herda team, the light cone's a good pull. But if you're not struggling with skill points, the E1's a better pull. The light cone as well gives like a good amount of like increased overall damage for the Herda. It's just that the E1 got changed, I think, like 2 or 3 times at this point, and it's just way, way, way stronger. Especially with the recent V6 change. Is Wuwa's power creep also bad? No, not in the slightest. So I'm pretty sure Jin Shi. So Jin Shi released, I think, in 1.1 of Wuwa. And we're now in 2.0, which is 1.2, 1.3, 1.42. So that's 4 patches later. And Jin Shi is still the strongest DPS in the game. So 6 months later, she's getting her rerun in 2.1 after 2.0. And she's still the strongest DPS in the game. So yeah, Wuwa's power creep is not that serious at all. Like, genuinely in Wuwa, because the weapon banner is guaranteed, and you can buy, like, wave bands, which are the equivalent of Eidolons, with basically the Starlight equivalent in Wuwa for the premium currency you get from, like, pulling 4 stars and 5 stars. The Starlight equivalent is called Coral, right? And you can use that Coral, similar to how you can buy light cones here, you can buy limited wave bands, which means limited Eidolons in Wuwa, for like 40 pulls worth, basically. So it's actually like really easy to get like an E1 or an E2 on a Wuwa character compared to Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, new Sentinel could be goated, but like, I don't think it'll be anything that crazy. Like, at max 20 to 25% stronger. Like, you get an S2 Carlotta and you're completely destroying a Sentinel, probably. Like, S2 Carlotta is doing like 720, 760k on the final hit. That's not including like the previous hits. Like, in total, it's over 1 million. So I think like you can easily vertical invest in Wuwa without an issue. I actually think it's around 63 or 64. Oh. It's around 63, I believe. Because when I first played the game, I got 2 limited straight at like 63 or 64 pity. And when I looked it up, everyone was saying like it's exactly at around 63 or 64 that soft pity starts. Is it worth to save those corals for Eidolons or get pulls instead? It just depends on like how strong you want to make your character, Kocho. Almost always getting pulls is better because it means you can get like a new limited character, right? However, if you want to make like your current existing like DPS stronger or something like that, then it's actually like decently worth it. Because you can also lose a 50-50 just pulling normally, right? You don't have to deal with that if you just buy the Eidolon in the fucking store with Coral. So 40 pulls worth of Coral and you instantly get a wave band. I wish HSR would add something like that. I'm not gonna lie. I really wish they would. It would make it significantly easier for free-to-plays and low spenders to get like an E1 if it really matters. Yeah, I've heard good things for PGR Ward. No, exactly. Oh, exactly. Like the reason why I personally want to save a lot of my coral for a Carlotta rerun is because Carlotta is like literally the perfect character for me, right? Like outside of design, she's my favorite element, which is ice, and my favorite weapon, which is gunner. And she has my favorite playstyle and animations in the game. So it's just like a complete combination to where Carlotta's like the perfect unit that I want. And I want to make her last like a long ass time. So I want to get S2 Carlotta on her rerun. Uh, I'll just keep pulling more sequences, Blad, every single time she reruns. I need to get Shorekeeper in 2.1 though. No, Ward, it's absolutely horrendous. Like, I tried playing PGR for a little bit because a lot of people recommended it to me, and I didn't have any space on my iPad or like my phone at the time. So I downloaded it on PC. It's so fucking bad. It is so fucking bad. I've never seen a game with worse controls in my life, genuinely. Zanny's my favorite. I don't really care for Zanny, to be honest. A lot of people are going crazy over her, but I could care less. I have heard like people are speculating she might be good with Phoebe, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ward. Do you think Boot Hill with Fugue and New Ruan, no Ruan May still decent? Yeah. Boot Hill is like one of the like between the break DPSs, Boot Hill is the least reliant on a Ruan May or a HMC. Like Ruan May is for sure like still a better option to have, but like Ruan May and HMC aren't like necessary for him. So yeah, I think an E0 Fugue is fine. Yeah, E1 is the best case scenario, but E0 Fugue without Ruan May should still be fine. Because Boot Hill does a shit ton of break efficiency damage. Or toughness damage, sorry. I mean, then again, we're kind of phasing out a hunt, so be careful, man. Be careful. No, E1 Ling Shaw is incredibly broken. Like that's the most broken E1. Uh, I'd say arguably Ling Shaw might have the most broken E1 in the entirety of the game. Like for her niche and even just normally, adding 20% defense down whenever an enemy is broken is way too like that is incredibly good. I wouldn't even say Robin's E1 because like you don't use Robin on a break team. You can use Ling Shaw in every team in the game, and any enemy can be broken and given 20% defense down. But yeah, Robin is for sure up there. Like I'd say the goat of E1s is like Robin, Sunday, Ling Shaw. If we're talking about DPS, it's 100% Firefly. Firefly probably has the most broken E1 in the game currently for a DPS. I mean, you're probably just gonna use both Blad though. Like that isn't really an issue. Like you just use Ling Shaw on one team and then you use Hyacinth on another. Like it's just that simple. Like if let's say you pull My Day and Castris, you just put Ling Shaw on the Castris team and then Hyacinth on the My Day one probably. Because My Day really needs a really good abundance. No clue, Day Day. We literally have zero fucking clue somehow. Firefly's E1 is bugged as well? Jeez. Probably not Mimosa. Probably not. Because Acheron is the sole DPS, and she can only hit when she has her ult off. So like 90% of the time, you're not going to be taking advantage of the 20% defense down, since you can't, like, you don't do any significant damage without the ult. Like, by the time you get another Acheron ult up, they're already outside of the, what's it called? Like, they're no longer broken. They just recover. I think if you want to make your Firefly team as future-proof as possible, you literally go for the E1 trifecta. You go E1 Firefly, E1 Fugue, and what's it called? E1 Ling Sha. And I think that team is lasting you easily the entirety of 3.x. Like, the break teams have really good E1s. I know, Ward. I know E2 is for sure better, like the bigger part of it. However, I think most people would not be able to do that, though. Like, if you get lucky 100% and you have enough pulls for it. But otherwise, I think E1 is fine. Like, it's good enough, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe the E1 is what makes her not use skill points anymore, right? Like, that's what really matters. That way you can use your Ling Sha more often and keep breaking the toughness bar. It's not that simple, Exodius. Like, that's why I'm saying if you go for, like, their E1s, like, it doesn't matter if most of the content starts not being break focused. If you have E1 Link Shot, E1 Fugue, and E1 Firefly, you're breaking most enemies within, like, literal, like, seconds. Like 3 or 4 turns and they're instantly broken. It's even more serious if you get what's it called, Boot Hill. Boot Hill with E1 Fugue? Jeez, bro. Like, I've seen him one shot some boss break bars or toughness bars. No, I'm confident break won't be meta anymore, but it'll still be like a top tier comp, especially with the Eidolons. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like 100%, it's gonna be going more towards just normal AOE crit DPS and remembrance characters, if I had to guess. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Sugar. If you're a complete free to play, it's usually just better not to go for Eidolons and literally just pull like the new best units every single time. Like horizontal investing is seeming to be the best way to play Honkai Star Rail right now. Of course, you're going to lose a 50-50 here and there. There's nothing you can do about that. But hey, that's just how this game is, man. English, I believe, Kocha. Yeah, possibly Ward. Just like how we got Fugue to be better than HMC, probably down the line we'll get someone who replaces Remembrance MC completely and for true damage. To be fair, it took a while for HMC to be power crept though. Like it took a while, like an entire like 6 or 7 patches. Like that's a good amount of time. Hey, got me in chat. Hello, more. Like I really do like that the MC is genuinely good in this game. Once again, no hate to Genshin, but isn't the MC like completely fucking useless in that game basically? Like he's genuinely just like way worse than like almost everyone in the game. Like at least in Honkai Star Rail, like HMC is easily very, very powerful. And Remembrance MC is now also very powerful. Better than a lot of 5 stars. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I have seen some people using Dendro MC sometimes because of the reaction, but that's literally it. No, they aren't the same, Flogon. They aren't the same. Like technically Sunday is obviously a better overall support for what's it called? Remembrance DPSs and hypercarry scenarios, but Sunday does not have true damage in his kit at all. Like I'm talking like direct power creep, where we get a new character who's similar to like Fugue, who can do super break, like HMC. Like we get a new harmony or new support that can also give true damage. That's better than Remembrance MC. I think true damage will 100% age well. Because current Remembrance MC is literally the best in slot support for every single sub DPS except for Sunday. And that is the MC. Like, I think we've all learned after Fugue just how much difference a limited version can make of, like, a powerful MC of a, that does, like, a certain buff that no one else does. A limited version of our MC who gives, like, way better true damage could probably do a lot of damage. Or, like, help DPSs do a lot of damage. Yeah, they also have Action Advance, which Harmony MC does not have. Although you could always run Harmony MC on DDD, like a lot of people did that, but Remembrance MC also gives Action Advance. So they could make like a limited version that's similar to Sunday, where you can Action Advance like damn near every time on skill, and also give true damage and better true damage than normal. No, I'm not gonna watch a ZZZ live stream. Why would I watch a ZZZ live stream? I don't even play the game. It's just wasting my time. Yeah, true damage has scary potential. Like, true damage has one of the best potentials in the entirety of the game. Like, you literally ignore everything, and it's just the normal, like, what your damage should be if it just bypassed and pierced every single little bit of resistance. Like, true damage has scary potential. It's not like Super Break, which only works for Break 2. Like, true damage literally works for everything in the game, I'm pretty sure. Are you gonna watch DZZ live stream and give fake reactions like a real YouTuber? I mean, that is kind of the gotcha meta at this point, but nah, don't worry, bro. I'm good. I'm good. Hello, Gabby. Hello, Dark. For Herda, yeah. For Herda, the Erudition Lycone that I believe gives damage bonus based on max energy, that's the best one. Like, it's her best free-to-play option. And if you have even, like, one extra copy of it and you have, like, an S2, it's better than S5 Seriousness of Breakfast. What's a character you most love? Uh, it's hard to say. I think currently it's 100% Fei Xiao. Fei Xiao's my favorite character in the game. But I think once My Day releases, it'll probably be My Day. Yeah, for me personally, it's My Day. No, Jing Yuan is my favorite male character, like design-wise in the game. But he isn't my favorite character in general. My favorite character in general is Fei Xiao. Currently. Like, I was about to quit HSR, and the only reason I came back was because of Fei Xiao Drip Market when it dropped. For anyone who doesn't know. So, nice one, Sugar. Have you watched Fate? Uh, I watched it a long, long time ago. However, I don't remember shit. I watched like the old OG version of Fate and not like the newer one with like the better animation at the time. Because there were so many different Fates that I was completely confused. But yeah, I barely remember shit. We all need Castorus's kit, man. I'm more excited for My Day gameplay leaks though. Because right now, like, the big question seems to be that literally no one knows who you run My Day with and how he'll perform. Like, what sustains you need, what supports you need. Like, we have zero clue. I don't really care for the fake collab. I don't care about it. Like, it's interesting, and the fact that it's leaked that one of them will be Hunt and one Nihility. So maybe, like, maybe Dot will come back with that Nihility character in, like, late 3.x. But other than that, I don't really care. It's Luocha. Nice, Ward. We're still on the Luocha copium, eh? I wouldn't be surprised if you run double sustain on My Day. Once again, I truly do believe that that original like testing league team of double sustain with My Day and Castris was actually for My Day and not Castris. You're goddamn right. He's my sustain goat. No, E1 My Day for sure looks broken. And E1 S1 My Day is like the most broken you can get. But yeah, E1 My Day completely like it makes it significantly easier to play him. Cause he actually gets like blood pool accumulation from being healed as well. That E1 is really significant for him. I don't think he's going to have 35k HP Flogon. The leaker said that an average My Day would have 25k. Like at times. Like it isn't permanent either. It's only like maybe when he's in his enhanced like skill thingy. Like he's in his berserker form. That's when he has like 25k. It's probably not for Casters Dark. Since we just got leaks that the best supports for Castris are Sunday and Remembrance MC. That means you run her with double support and probably a sustain. Not double sustain. Yeah, Dark, yeah. Yeah, Sugar. Because you can't control him either. However, the good thing is, right? Some people were saying you might not be able to overheal with Ling Sha on a My Day team because you'd have to use her skill points over and over again. But according to the leakers, when he's in like this berserker form and like this enhanced skill and you cannot control him, he will not use skill points. Like even when you use the enhanced skill, he will not use skill points at all. So that's a big plus for overhealing him. It's the assumption Exodius. Because they said he gets like when he accumulates the blood pool, he gets action forwarded and you literally cannot control him. And if you look at like the trailer, like the first trailer that showed him in his art, It's like him having like a berserker form with the aura of a lion behind him. So I'm assuming that that's basically what it is. What are your pulling plans after Castris? Phanon. Their original plan was always Castris and then Phanon. But I really wanted My Day, so I ended up adding My Day as well. But yeah. It's My Day, Castris, and then whoever's the weaker between the two for me. Or, you know, maybe if they're even both good, I'll just use Phanon whenever I want to. That's the plan. There's probably a Harmony that will end up releasing by 3.4 as well, if I had to guess. Yeah, Dandelion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He starts the battle in his enhanced form, yeah. That's literally all we know, Kocho. Outside of the fact that it's a physical destruction. Hope My Day shows actual blood in his animations. That would be cool. But I don't think Koyo's going to do that. I don't think a Chinese company is exactly going to do blood. Probably wouldn't be a good idea for them. Oh, his blood is golden? Oh. Maybe then. No, 100% Aglaia isn't looking tempting right now. I mean, if you like her design, pull her. She'll probably last you the entirety of 3.x. But Casterus will probably instantly want to use Sunday and do more damage than her. Yunli's companion quest had blood? Oh. They'll probably just censor it then for like Chinese regions. Alright guys, I know it's a bit of a shorter stream, but I did start later than usual. And I am hungry because I haven't eaten at all since I woke up. So I'm going to go eat something. I'm going to go to... Wait, sleep? No. I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm just going to eat something and chill. And maybe I'll make a video later depending if there's any new leaks. Right? I will be watching to see if there are any new leaks at all. So yeah. Hope you all have a good day. Hope you have a good night.